Hello everyone and welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. This is episode 3. In the last episode we built this desert house here and I turned it into a storage room off screen. So down in the bottom floor here we have all our storage and I have moved all of our stuff in here, and upstairs I have turned it into an enchantment room. We don't have quite enough books to fill it all the way out yet, but it looks good so far. I have a few objectives for this episode. I don't think we're going to be doing a build like we did in the first 2 episodes, but I want to do some other kinds of builds. I want to put a bridge right here and also a bridge right there, so we'll have 2 bridges. And I want to get to the Nether in this episode, and I also want to build an automatic melon and pumpkin farm. So those are the goals. I think I would also like to get more geared up. We're still only rocking iron armor and only like a couple enchanted tools. To get things started here, I just want to do a little bit of a mining session and gather some materials. We're going to need a lot of stone for a project I want to do today. But I also want to just apologize for the lack of Let's Play videos. It's been a while since the last one. That is because I have been super busy with schoolwork lately, and I put out a couple other videos, one going over all the things that were announced at Minecraft Live, and the other being a world spotlight. That won't be a regular thing. Extra videos like that will just kind of be here and there. But I want this and the build guide series to kind of be the 2 main things on the channel. So I went and did some mining, and I got to 30 levels, and I think we should enchant another diamond pick here. It's already in my inventory. Look at that. Oh, and I don't have any lapis, but look at this. I got some right here. I think we should enchant a diamond pick because our Fortune 3 iron pick broke. And the enchantment on the enchantment table for a diamond pick is Fortune 3. I know we can get the book, but I want to enchant a pick, and hopefully we'll get unbreaking and maybe efficiency on it. Oh, look at that. Efficiency 4 and breaking 3, Fortune 3. Couldn't be better. What's the difference here? Efficiency 4 and breaking 3, silk touch. They're the same, except one has fortune and one has silk touch. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Now we can begin to enchant all of this stuff. Let's see what the enchantments are. A bow, cross your fingers for infinity. Punch, that sucks. That sucks. Sword, looting, or sweeping edge. Knockback, that sucks. Shovel, efficiency 4, 3, fortune 3. I don't think I want fortune 3 on a shovel. I don't really know. Axe, efficiency, fortune 3. Also not sure if that's something I want. Alright, well, we'll probably enchant a piece of armor next would be my guess. We gotta get to bed before all of our villagers turn into zombies. That's another thing I want to do. Probably not this episode, but I just want to light up the entire area just so we don't have to really worry about losing our villagers to anything. Now that we have our new pick, I might as well mine the rest of the ore that I mined. Maybe it'll get us back to level 30. Probably not, because I have a bunch of iron and gold, and you have to smelt those to get the experience out of them. Not even very close to level 30. I also built this auto smelter in the last video, but for some reason my audio didn't work for that clip, so I didn't actually get to show it. So I'll briefly explain it now. This isn't a great auto smelter because it's not fully automatic. And that's because all these hoppers are just in a single chain. In a real auto smelter, we would have hopper minecarts going across these, and then we would have a home chest that would go across them and load them. But the way these work, you put whatever you want to smelt in here, it goes into the hopper. Once it's smelted, it goes out of the hopper into here, and these all feed into this chest. And then the fuel you can put in these hoppers here. So if this were a real auto smelting system, you would have the hopper minecart connected to a chest over here that you would just dump all of the thing you want smelted, and then it would run all across these and just load them all evenly. But for now, this is just what we're running. It's nothing fancy. So I'm just going to pop like a stack of copper in each of these, like this. And these also store experience. They don't have much in them right now because I did it recently. But if you break the hopper or turn it off, and then you wait for something to come in here and you take it out, it'll give you all the experience from everything it's smelted up until that point. I don't think I can grab it fast enough. No, it goes right out. And then everything that gets smelted just ends up in here. Another reason why this video is a little late is because I made a channel trailer as well. I don't think channel trailers show up on mobile when you go to a channel. I think it's decent. Check it out. I'll leave a link to it down in the description because I have it as unlisted, so it doesn't show up in my videos list. Or you can look at it on desktop and just go to my channel, and you will see it as the first video there. A fun fact about this series is that we actually haven't died yet. And the only way that that can continue is if you like the video down below. It'll keep me going, keep me alive. Your likes are my life source. So while I was messing around in the village, I did a couple things. I trapped our other farmer villager in here with a trapdoor, just so that we can keep him safe from zombies and such. Make sure we don't lose our melon trade. And I tamed this kitty. Placed him right here. If you can think of any good names for this guy, leave them down in the comments and maybe we'll name him that in the next episode. And I put Silk Touch on this axe here just so we can farm our melons a little easier. There's none grown over there right now. But the next thing I want to do is go to the Nether. But before that, I think I'll build this bridge here. And I'll do that via a time lapse. So let's get into it. And that is our bridge. I think it's looking really nice. I tried to kind of get it to be a desert style, but also kind of with the spruce that we use here and some of the spruce we use over there too. I like it. I'm happy with it. This is the smaller version of the bridge. There's a bigger version of it that I'm going to put in right over there later. But for now, I think it was a good little breakup to have a little time lapse in there now. And now we can get all the materials we need to build another portal and to get to the Nether. Here's what going over the bridge looks like. Oh baby, look at that. Oh baby. Let's do it again the other way too, like an escalator, just over and over again. Oh man, look at that. Clean. The main reason I want to get to the Nether is so that we can get some Nether quartz to build a bunch of observers with. Observers are what we need to build an automatic melon and pumpkin farm, or at least a part of it. And we can't do it without Nether quartz, so that's why I want to go. Alright, so after I built that bridge, I got my inventory all cleared out. And I'm ready to go to the Nether, except I need the obsidian, which I'm going to go get in the mines right after this. And we also need some gold armor, and I want to bring some gold as well, just to trade with some piglins and maybe get some goodies. So I'm going to make, I think, a gold helmet. I don't know. I don't know what the best piece is to make gold. I'm going to put that baby on. I'm going to go get the obsidian we need, and we're going to make a portal. Okay, I have officially acquired the obsidian and a little extra. Got some flint and steel. We're going to build our portal over here by these trees. Probably like right here. This is where I want a better nether build to go in the future. But right now... Oh, do I hear a zombie? Hello. Where are you? Sir? Oh, there's some rotten flesh there. Was he just there and he died? No, there he is. He's got armor on. That's why. Okay, so we're gonna build our nether portal right here. I should probably go up here. Like. All right, now that I have this correctly built, let's light it, and let's go in the nether. I'm gonna do a quick check. I got gold. I got a gold piece of armor. Think we're ready to go. Keep the flint and steel on me just in case. You know what? I want some stone. I want some building blocks. I'll be right back. Look at this. We've already got pigmen coming through our portal. My goodness. I got some stone. So we have some building blocks to maybe protect our portal if we need to. I don't have a bow and arrow to fight gas with, but you know, we're just gonna wing it. I think we're gonna be okay. I'm not too worried. Let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm holding shift. All right. We look fairly safe here. This doesn't seem like a terrible spawn. We have a bastion over there. I've actually never been in a bastion or played much since the Nether update. So I don't really know how this works. I've done a lot of creative building since the Nether update, but not so much survival world. I have no idea what's going on over there. I'm looking for a fortress, of course, would be nice early on here, but you know, it's okay if that's not an option. I don't think you can mine gold in front of these guys, I believe that's correct. I don't think they like it when you mine gold. I mean, we're in a nice little ravine here that looks fairly safe except for that little lava down there. And our pick is going to mine this stuff very fast. So let's try and see if we can make a path down here without being too dangerous. Okay, we have a warped... I don't know what that noise is. I don't know... Can I get this with wood? Or do I need... Or an axe? Or do I need a hoe for this stuff? I want some of this and some of all of this, actually. But we can come back for it another time. I think you need shears for all of this, would be my guess. So I'm going to take a little bit of this wood if I can. Can I get a shroom light without silk touch? Yes. There's so many good blocks in the Nether update that I want them all, you know? I think those big pigs, I don't know what, hoglins maybe? I think that's what they're called, can spawn in these biomes, right? And we don't really want to mess with hoglins. I would like to find a fortress. Maybe for some blaze rods would really be nice. Some blaze powder. We could start making some potions. Let's trade some gold with these guys and see what they give us here. Oh, hello. Oh, geez, we got multiple. I think if you stand like by these mushrooms, right, they won't do anything. Yeah, they don't like the mushrooms. Look at that. Free meat, baby. Okay, well, I'm not having a great time here. They're not too scary with the shield and stuff, but there's a lot of them. I think we should not mess with it, honestly. Baby scares me a little bit. Let's just go this way. Let's trade with this guy here if we can. Hello. Sir, please. All right, let's go a different direction and see if we can find something else, yeah? Okay, I'm back up by the portal here, and this time we're going to go up this way. It's basically the same direction. I really don't want to hurt you. Basically the same direction, but we're going to be at a higher elevation. So maybe that could open up some new pathways into some different places for us. Okay, we already have... I don't want to be knocked off. I'll take your leather and pork chops. I would like to not be knocked off the cliff. That would not be good for us. Are you mad? You don't seem mad. Oh my goodness. They're mad. Take your pork chops. Thank you. I don't like being up near this cliff very bad. I don't want to fall off. I'm going to carry one of these on me just in case we get into a pickle and I need to pop that baby down. Our inventory is filling up fast here. We got a mountain of lava. That's good. That's good for everybody involved. It's actually just like the way we need to go here. You know, let's mine a little bit and see if we can pop out somewhere. Okay, something. Be safe. Glowstone, some more quartz. I would like to hit level 30 before we go back. That would be sweet. Let's just mine this quartz and keep moving, I guess. Alright, that's level 30. Let's take our quartz and get out of here. Go back to where it's safe. And when we need to come back to the Nether for other things, we will do that. Let's see if I can find my way out of here. There are so many, and they're right by the piglins. Please. There we go. That keeps us nice and safe. Do they only fight if they have babies? I don't know why sometimes they fight them and sometimes they don't. There's so many of them. My goodness. Okay, it's going okay. It's just slow and steady. What that leather? Get him, boys. All right, we made it back. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Honestly, I'm going to make a little bit of a safety wall here. Oh, there's this way too. What's this way? Nothing. I'm just going to make a little bit of a safety wall. Let's go back. I'm going to go drop all the Nether stuff off, and then we can get to work building our melon and pumpkin farm. With our level 30, with our 30 levels, I would actually like to enchant something, and I think I want to enchant a chest plate, but let's see what kind of enchantment we can get with it. Thorns 2 is not great. What else can you enchant? We could enchant a book. Let's get a book and maybe some other pieces of armor, and maybe an axe as well. Okay, I grabbed some more things just to see what we can see what the enchantments are. An iron axe here. Fortune 3. Don't really think I want that. A book would give us Unbreaking 3. That's actually not terrible. It might be worth it. Fortune 3 on a pick isn't terrible. Unbreaking 3 on diamond leggings is actually decent as well. Should we do the book or the pants? I would really like protection on some pants. We could risk it. I don't think I want to risk it. I'd rather wait. Let's do the book. That's not my first choice, but you know, it's fine. And maybe we'll get some other enchantments on this book that... Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4. That's pretty good. I might actually put those both on my axe. Let's see how many levels that would cost us. And we'll just keep all this stuff in here for the future. Let's see here. Oh, wrong thing. All right. Axe plus Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4 would cost us 8 levels. Honestly, let's do it. Okay, we're now at level 19, which is fine. We'll just quartz it up. We don't have any mob farms or anything yet. I haven't found any spawners near us. I found one, like, way back when. I think in, like, the first episode. I think it was a spider spawner anyway. And we have some, like, cave spider spawners down in the mines, but nothing good that we can make a farm out of yet. Okay, let's make some observers. Let's see. We could make 23. We're probably going to need at least, like, 12. Probably more than that. Let's go 20 observers. Cobblestone's the only thing keeping us... Okay, that's fine. If we need more observers, we'll get more observers. We also need lots of pistons. Okay, after messing this up a little bit, I've got it figured out, I think. We need observers on top of these blocks here. Is that going to work, though? Yes. Okay, and then we need a piston on top of this block, but we need to face the other direction. So I need a block here and here, and then we need to do something like this. Okay, yes, and then one more thing. We need one piece of redstone on top of this like this. Okay, I think this is going to work, and then it's going to pop. So when this grows here, right now only here is going to work. When this grows, it's going to trigger this observer, which is going to power this block, which is going to power this redstone piece of dust here, which is going to power this piston. The piston is going to fire and break the melon. Okay, and then we're going to have a collection system under this thing to collect all of the broken melons and pumpkins. So I'm going to build this out. I'll show you when it's done, and then we'll work on the collection system under there. I'm only not even halfway through this, and I'm already realizing that we have nowhere near enough observers and pistons. So I'm going to have to go mine some plain cobble just to have enough. Yeah, look at that. I'm out of observers, and we still have quite a few left. Like 1, 2. I'm not going to count them. So I went and made about 15 more observers and pistons. That might not even be enough, honestly. But there's another thing that I wanted to go over. You do not need this block here to trigger this redstone. You actually only need a piece of redstone on top of your observer, and it will power the piston. So forget, it's not going to look like this. It's going to look like this. Oh, not like that. Like this. And I'm going to have a lot of trouble putting these pistons in, so I think I've found a way to do it without too much issue here. So I'm going to just cover everything. Oops. I'm going to cover everything in a layer of stone, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do after that. Okay, so the way I think I'm going to do this is I'm going to take my pistons, I'm going to lay flat like this, and I'm going to start putting pistons in all of these holes like this. But as I do it, I'm going to have to break all of these melons just to... Oh, that could be bad. And I want one there too. I think the only ones that'll trigger are these two because there's redstone there. There's no redstone in any of the other ones yet. Oh no. Oh no, I'm stuck. I have to... How do I get out of here? I think I have to do this. That's fine. Okay, note to self. Don't stand up in any of the holes. Make sure there are pistons going there. This would be easier to do if you were doing it on a farm that is not currently growing. Like if you just tilled all the soil and planted the melon seeds and they were not fully grown and creating melons yet. It would be much easier. But this isn't so bad. Oh no. This is the worst place for... I fell in the water. There couldn't be a worse place for me to be, because now I can't get out. I'm not really sure what to do here, actually. I think I'm going to have to dig under and over. Oh, man. I'm going to drown. Okay, well, that's not the biggest deal. I had to dig out this way, because we're going to have to clear that out afterwards anyway to get the minecart in there. The collection system. All right, everybody has a piston and an observer. Now I'm going to break that whole line of stone and cobblestone and place a piece of redstone on top of every one of the observers. Let's go a little bit more there. That should be enough. And then we'll work on the collection system. Okay, redstone is in, and you can see it beginning to work here. Let's see if we can get one to trigger while we're watching. The only problem is that it doesn't silk touch the melons, but honestly, having it be automatic is still far better than mining it all the time. Okay, now we're going to work on the collection system. So the first thing I'm going to do is just clear out 2 blocks under the entire thing like this. So this is what we have here, but we have a problem, and it's this dirt block here. We need a minecart with a hopper on it to go around the entire thing, and this block here is going to stop it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to waterlog this here, and that has still got water in it, as you can see from the dripping blocks. So now there's water in this block, and it's not going to... We don't need a block under it. All right, the next thing we're going to do is get the collection system started. So I'm going to make sure I'm oriented in the right way here. Yes, and we're going to have the minecart begin to operate like this. So I want a couple things here. We need some of these blocks. You don't have to use blocks or redstone blocks, but I like to use them. So I'm going to have a redstone block here. And we need the powered rails here too. We're probably going to need more than 6, but maybe not. And then we're just going to start doing this. Okay, so I filled this thing out with rails and powered rails. I had to make more than I thought. And then the next thing we're going to do, which is actually going to be a bit of a pain, it's not that bad, just have to break some blocks, is we're going to have a chest right here like this. And then we're going to have a hopper, regular hopper, feed into that chest like this. And then we're going to have another powered rail here. I think here. And here. Yeah, let's do that. That should work. I have a feeling if I place a minecart on this, it's not going to go. I think we need a block right here. So let me see what I can do. Okay, finally with some trial and error, I've gotten this collection system working, if I can jump up here. It's not perfect, but it works. It took me a while to figure this out. So the biggest problem I was having was I was having the hopper here and both chests here, but a chest can't open if a full block is on top of it. So I was putting a stair here, and a minecart will not bounce off of a stair or anything that's not a full block, which was messing me up because I couldn't get the minecart to go back the other direction, unfortunately. So I had to turn the chest this way so that the chest is down here. Turn the chest this way, point the hopper this way, put a full block right here. Okay? Let's clean this up a little bit, actually. And then the next problem I was having was that it wasn't stopping. It was just stopping for a second, and only a couple items were coming through, and it would just keep going. It was bouncing off and back on. So I had to make a little system, a detection system, to see if this minecart was full of items or not. Or, I'm sorry, the hopper. Either way, it doesn't really matter how you think about this. So what I did, I'll just show you here. I have a comparator connected to this minecart, which reads if it's full or not. If it's full, it powers this block under this repeater here, which has a redstone torch connected to it. So what happens, it reads this. If it's full, sends a power signal, which turns off this torch. Okay? So it looks like this currently, right? Which means it's not full, which means the redstone torch is on, which powers this block, which powers this repeater, which powers this block, which then powers this rail. So, if I can send this back the other direction, when it is full, it does the opposite. It turns the redstone torch that is under this block off, which turns this repeater off, which turns these rails off. So if there are items in this hopper, it turns these rails off. If there are not items in this hopper, it turns this rail on. So the way that works is the minecart comes in, stops, unloads all its goods like this. You can't see. It's unloading, and this is currently loading. So they're coming in here. And once this is done, it turns back on, sends back on its way, which is fantastic. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I've cleaned this up a little bit. I put some slabs in just to cover everything up. It's not perfect. I will decorate this in the next episode. But the last thing I want to do is make sure that no melons can spawn, I guess, or grow on the outside of the system. So the way we're going to do that is I'm just going to put glass all the way around this thing. And I'm going to clean this all up next episode and make sure it looks nice. Maybe we'll put a whole building on top of it or something. Who knows? And that's it. No melons can spawn on the outside of where the minecart goes, and everything is getting dumped in here. Look at how many melons we already have. This is just crazy. We are going to be swimming in emeralds. Get all that out of there. What are you doing? All right, I'm going to go clean up my inventory, and then we'll move on to the next thing. All right, everybody. Now that we have that auto pumpkin and melon farm done, we can move on to the second bridge, which I'm going to put over here. But before we do that, while I was off camera, I built this little sign here. I guess it's not a sign. It's more of a order board, work board, central duty board. I don't know what you want. The duty board. That's good. Basically, how I'm going to use this is at the beginning of every episode, going forward at least, is I'm going to kind of write down everything that we need to do for the episode, or at least my goals for the episode. So we can just kind of keep track of all the things that I want to get done. That doesn't mean we necessarily will get to everything, but it'll just kind of be a way of keeping organized and getting on track and doing tasks in an efficient way. So the only thing left for this episode I want to do here is finish the second bridge, which is it's going to go right over here. I'll show you where. I think it's going to go from about right there. I'm going to have it connect like right exactly here and go over straight right here. And this will be the second time lapse of the episode, so let's get into it. All right, that is the bridge done. It's not perfect. I didn't have any oak leaves, so I used spruce. That's just what I had, but I think I'll probably replace them. I just kind of like how green they are with the bridge. I think it looks a little better than the dark spruce leaves. It doesn't look bad, but I think either way, the bridges should probably have the same leaves, or maybe a mix of both or something, but I'll get some oak leaves and come back and do something with this. And then in my creative builds of these, I used a lot of vines, but we still don't have vines. Same for this house. It'll really come to life once we get some vines. But we need to find a jungle to do that, I believe. I think that's the only place you can get vines in this game. Hey, come on, sheep. Yeah, and during the build, I'm not sure if I included it in the time-lapse or not, but I made it one block short this way, so I had to delete half of it and rebuild it one block farther out. But I'm really happy with this bridge. I really like these things here, the kind of supports that come down under the bridge. I think that's fun. I really like both of these bridges, actually, so let's give it a run across, shall we? I'll probably terraform just a little bit out here, just to kind of level this out, make it feel more like a natural path. But that's for a different time, different episode at least. Oh, look at this. Now we never have to swim across the water again. So clean. We can just cut across this way. Yeah, nice. Oh, and I'm out of food. That is all right. Because this is going to be the end of the episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. We can go ahead and take this off here. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you all so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you like the content. Once again, I'm sorry for the delay in episodes. It should not be so long until the next one. I'm really excited for this Let's Play going forward. I will see you all next time. Goodbye!